It is our custom each year, as part of Itikaf, to invite a practicing medical doctor to advise us on a chosen subject. This will be the third time we are doing this. And today, we are fortunate to have a member of this mosque who will be introduced to you very soon to speak to us or to give us a talk on blood pressure, which is one of the commonest conditions in our communities. I am just introducing the program, and then Brother Muyassir will come and introduce him, and he will translate whatever he says in English into the Mani for us. I pray that, as usual, Allah keeps our company and see us through the program. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Brother Muyassir.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. As Imam rightly mentioned, we have a medical doctor in our midst. He is one of us. He attended Tamale Secondary School from 1967 to 1974. From there, he proceeded to the Ghana Armed Forces from 1974 to 1996. In fact, he entered the Ghana Armed Forces as a pilot and came out as a medical doctor. And he retired as a colonel. He also pursued postgraduate medical courses in the United States of America, that is USA, and UK. And he also worked with the UN, United Nations. He also worked with UCC Hospital. And when he was working with the UN, his last post was in Indonesia. He worked in Indonesia. And currently, he is a medical staff at the Tamale Central Hospital since 2009. He is also a member of Al-Qudwa Congregational Mosque. He is no less a person than our own father. He is also a brother in faith. He is Dr. Joseph McAli.
Allahu Akbar.
So, Doctor, your audience, your doctor, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, it has to be closed.
Yeah, thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum. Yeah, Allah knows best. And the topic,
If it's not,
all right. Yeah, the topic I've decided to talk about is on what most people hear as hypertension or blood pressure. I know everybody here has some idea about blood pressure or hypertension. Hypertension just means high blood pressure. But those things, they're just big words people use. But it doesn't mean anything apart from high pressure. When you say hyper, for those of us who went to the old school and we did some Greek and Latin, hyper just means high, that's all. And tension just means pressure. So when you put it together, it's high pressure. Now, I decided to talk about this topic because it's very common, and I see people getting into problems, in fact, dying needlessly out of it, just because of lack of knowledge. And I say this because I see day in, day out. And it's all because people do not have enough knowledge about hypertension. When you talk about pressure, in fact, remove the adjective blood. I always explain by saying, pressure is pressure. We all know what pressure is. We have lorry tire pressure, we have air pressure, we have water pressure, and everything. Pressure is pressure. The other things we call, they are just adjectives. Basically, pressure is pressure. And like I've always told people, it's just for human convenience that we tend to see things as science, these scientific laws and those things. But they are all universal laws which govern everything which Allah has made. So those things, they just happen to be some knowledge we have found out, and then we call them scientific laws. But otherwise, it's Allah's laws of nature. That's how nature should work. Pressure is pressure because whether it's in a human being, it's in a machine, it's in a whatever, pressure remains pressure and will behave as pressure. So,
Doctor, the point is differentially, then ye Zampa, Simisbo, blood pressure. The Yala Jim do up and the Bane Jim do. When the Masha comes up on a Tumala pressure man, did not carry yai, necessary retention man, did not carry yai, Kalti Mahalakama, Hal to lure. Kwawan wama, utu pomperle, mukpatelma, la pressure mark of non-the-ma, la tichinama, but non the Puhanandra, la pressure mark of non-the-ma. So the non means I know for up for back, the love the Yarama Jen, Kariela, pressure assumption the pompera. So the Viti Yama, the Kawan pressure mark, who experience missing high blood pressure. No Bunyala, I show you to do. The Kariya Lamia Zap for a Piazza Pony, now and now is that non Piazza Pony. Among the also a bumpers and missing, based on the people big ticket about some man, but one and listen Mr. Bansom. Now one Mamma him up pony, when now is that on this side of pony.
Yeah, so when we talk about blood pressure, we're just talking about in our bodies. Blood is flowing in our body throughout our body, and it flows with a certain pressure, just like your tap water will flow with a certain pressure, or your football will have a certain air pressure. Now, we all know that if pressure, you overpump your tire, what will happen? It will burst. It's the same thing. So when we talk about blood pressure, people tend to understand that as too much blood, but that's not what it means. It just means the pressure with which your blood is flowing is too much, just like you have overinflated your tire.
Doctor, maybe a blood pressure, name Shimtuma, name Shantamaka, I assume you can see I. The color like it. Doctor, now on the Namnisama, on Namleshimna and Barapuni, on Namshima and Barapuma, the Malapukata, Nila Shima, don't work and down and Barapuni. Those all don't work and Noma, the Chandama, don't date to Susan Kuchana Viganga. Come on, I will book Karayam Shama. Nama didn't look at Chandama Yai. Kajitupuma ya, Nedrini, blood pressure, no Bumala, I am Perwale, Kaparapa, Tiama, be Abu Parachi, Kapar Chichama, Tiama, and blood pressure.
So, when again we talk about blood pressure, people tend to see it as a disease. But when you look at it carefully, you will not call it a disease. It's just part of growing. As everybody grows, everybody will get, your pressure will increase.
Doctor Nabi and the blood pressure, ship to Roma, ne Shabli Holoman, the carrier to Nama, no got to get it. Nene said no Sanopian Azura, Nella Shim Durma, Bishim Tumma, the Palanis and Zuru Puri, Dozo, Nisa Aikuzura, Ne Adam Brahma, Pressure, La Pressure Shalom Upujatoma, Nerva Jampahari.
Yeah, it's just like growing green. If you grow green, gray hair, it is not sickness. It's just because you are growing, isn't it?
Ne kumala samchara yi sara ne samchara ya ne ka dore ngere ne ma zo puri ka samchara ma ya ma ne da nan kunya karne ishe poro ma ba.
But because it doesn't result in sickness, that one will use it to be anything.
Na ma dan nan ka da ban ba hai poro kulma ka samchara ba ba poro kulma to bin ya karne poro.
With blood pressure, everybody from the age of 45 going, or 40 going for some people, your blood pressure will necessarily go up.
Doctor Nerendena time Matapaju Pinai in China, Bego Pina Nanu in China, Natala Hanyale, Ni Anambra, Shumma Anambra Shama, then die, the pressure, they are behind.
Now, just like the gray hair I said, if you have gray hair and you want to control it to continue to be black, what do? You can control it by using your poison.
Doctor Kama Puyama, then they don't have something else on it, can't jelly, the man to the one that I get it.
The same thing with blood pressure. You want to control it to the normal, it's just a matter of seeing the doctors and they give you drugs to control it.
Those are not that ship to Roma, they don't put your back. The Barakupa Zuma, Dito Maraka, Jana and Barapone, the Sucho Puyana, I took an Antinio Doctor.
And this is where we don't understand, and like I'm saying, I see a lot of deaths in the hospital because of lack of knowledge.
Ne woman or Yara, Kakia, Kanibu Bank, or Pond of Behavia, I should have put a Kania, Jim Roma and Dale. Kania, the rest of the Pond Behavia, Amanda Lanka Karamasuma, and check out Pond Behavia.
When the pressure is not controlled, just like the example I gave, if you overpump your tire, it will burst.
Ne Lara. Jim Doroma, Natamo Puyama, Nabuto, Leros of Vegananga, Nabumana, I am practicing, Kapu Panatia, the Marian Mari, Jim Doroma.
So, when your blood pressure is very high, the same thing happens to the vessels that are carrying the blood, the best.
Let us on Jim Doroma, Banashima, you were Anamapur, then they carry the bike, Kayana subsidiary junction, make our Yana subsidiary junction. Now, when they burst in the brain, that is what people see. I say the man has got a stroke. And how does that happen? Because the brain, I've always explained to people, from here downwards, it's like the bucket of an articulator. Ne kama onkulia ne upansha ne zoporma na kule ne sanjao zansana na normala ka kulita luau.
This is what is you. It's just that white matter inside this cow. That is you.
Ne sanzaza kunyara azo samuma azo pompian man kubisha boma ne sanzaza kubarama.
If it were possible to exchange heads and they put my head on his and brought his head on mine, I would be him and he would be me.
Doctor Nelina to Catata sorry. Let me hear one Doctor sometimes you were also. Can you have a song sometimes Doctor you were also? Not only a few moving poor Lima.
I'm saying this because it is the brain has been made in such a way that it is the one that controls everything of your life, whatever you are doing.
Doctor Roger ne at Zopoma, don't be a data gender camp, don't go a data no yet on shelter.
Every part of the brain has a specific